Bring you a developing story. Families of the pupils and teachers rescued from the Oriire school abduction have expressed overwhelming joy following the successful operation that secured the victims' freedom, saying they are eagerly looking forward to reuniting with their loved ones after weeks of fear, uncertainty and anguish. TVC News' Oriire Oyewole reports.
The news spread like wildfire. The abduction of 46 pupils, students and teachers in Oriire local government area sent shockwaves across Oyo State and the nation, with many Nigerians anxiously awaiting their safe return for nearly 2 months.
Hello, sir. Our father, we are grateful. The president, sir, we are grateful.
Their eventual rescue came as a huge relief, not only to their families, but also to concerned Nigerians who had followed the story with hope and prayers. TVC News visited the affected communities in Oriire, where the joy of the victims' release was unmistakable. Although the communities are still grappling with the emotional scars of the abduction and life is still yet to fully return to normal, the excitement over the rescue was evident on the faces of residents. Family members described the period of captivity as one of the most painful moments of their lives. While expressing gratitude for the victims' safe return, they said they looked forward to reuniting with their children, wives and husbands after weeks of fear and uncertainty.
là ń gbàdúrà àwọn ìlú sì ń gbàdúrà Nàìjíríà sì ń gbàdúrà kò sí ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ fún wa kò sí pé ká jókòó àlàáfíà jókòó ẹkún ni ní gbogbo ìgbà tèmi o nínú gbogbo wa tí wọ́n kó àwọn ọmọ wa lọ kò sí ibikíbi tá a bá jókòó tẹkuntẹkun ni pẹ̀lú àdúrà ọkàn wa bàjẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tí wọ́n kó wọn padà yìí ọkàn wa dùn àfòfáyọ̀ akúnfáyọ̀.
nígbà tá a gbọ́ pé wọ́n dé lọ́jọ́ tàná tí í ṣe ọjọ́ 10 oṣù keje inú wa dùn gan-an aláyọ̀ gidi gangan torí pé gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí à ń fi ìbẹ̀rù bojo ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ láìnú àná yẹn inú wa dùn even gan-an tá a sùn mọ́júmọ́ ọjọ́ òní tí í ṣe ọjọ́.
And TVC News senior reporter Oriire Oyewole joins me live from Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Oriire, it's good to have you on the midday news. Now, I understand.
Thank you, Tijesu.
All right. I understand you visited Oriire earlier. Help us understand the mood of the communities, possibly now and afterwards. What was it like?
So the atmosphere remains that of relief, ecstasy and overwhelming joy from the parents and loved ones of the rescued victims. Even though it was clear that they are still yet to recover from the trauma, they said that at least now they can eat and they can sleep, knowing fully well that their loved ones have been rescued and they will be coming back home safely. However, they now said their joy is not full until they are able to see and embrace their persons. And of course, you know, today we'll make it the 48. Today, the 48 hours given by the Oyo State government will elapse, where this psychological assessment. So we are still yet to get updates from government officials as to when these people will be released to the state government. After which they will now be, reunited with their family members. Tijesu.
Okay, so if I understand you now, what level of the psychological support do you think these victims are receiving at the moment?
So, of course, a lot of them are undergoing psychological assessment, debriefing, you know. Of course, they are going to have all of these things on their head. So, you know, the psychological assessment involves debriefing them, and those who have to get proper medical treatment are still undergoing it. So we expect that today they'll be handed over to the state government while they'll be reunited with their family members.
Well, the traditional ruler appealed for sustained security From what you saw, how safe do residents feel returning to normal life in Oriire?
Okay, so even though the residents are still trying to return to their normal life, so we could observe that the presence of security agencies like the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Police is still very visible there. So, however, what the traditional ruler is saying is that beyond this moment, that this incident is still very much trending, and they are saying that the security presence should go beyond this time, so that at least they can return to their normal lives. Of course, some of them are farmers, and, children also have to go back to their schools, even though some of the expressed fear that their children and what may probably not be going to school there in that community. They'll be going outside the community or in the city to go to school. But what they are saying is that if proper security presence is there to prevent the recurrence of this kind of event, of course, they will be confident enough, to send their children back to school, confident enough to go back to their farms to eat.
All right, thank you so much, Olaide, for that update.